At 15, I was homeless, and now I'm a multi-millionaire. My journey to wealth was a tough one. I struggled, but you don't have to. Why? 2 reasons. Firstly, I'm going to show you how I did it for free. Secondly, I started on the streets out of necessity, but you can start from the comfort of your own home. How? By starting an online business. In this video, I'm going to share some of my favorite ways to make money from home. So the first one I've got for you is a movie critic. With the rise of social media, we don't need a TV channel anymore to broadcast what movies we should be watching and what movies we shouldn't. You can do it. You can do it on social, and you don't even need to be looking at the screen if you're camera shy. You can literally do a voiceover. You could become the channel that people tune into to find out, what the hell should I watch on Netflix tonight? There's so much choice. I don't know what to watch. Same on Amazon Prime, same with all these different channels. You tell me what I should watch. I need this service myself. I also think if you did it well, you may even get purchased by one of the big TV channels that want you to review all their shows. So it could be a small business where maybe people subscribe, like Radio Times used to be the old version of this, where people would buy a magazine to actually find out what they should be watching, when they should be watching it. I really think a movie critic in this day and age that's socially media first driven would be a big business and lots of fun. Your job is literally watching movies all day. Next up, a cooking school. Now, initially this might sound pretty simple, but you literally cook for people and you show them how to make a meal, maybe in real time. So every day, just before lunch, just before dinner, you get online and you start showing people how to cook that meal for that day. I really think there's a huge opportunity to be the next Jamie Oliver, the next Gordon Ramsay, but from a social media point of view first. You could do cookbooks, you could do all sorts of things. You could even get celebrities to come and join you on your new cooking show. I believe with all my heart that this would be a brilliant business to start off at home. And you can start off small. You get 100 subscribers paying to see you cook. Hey, that's not a bad living from home, probably doing what you love, making food that you're probably gonna make for yourself anyway. The next business idea is social media charts. Now, basically what I mean by this is, who is the #1 TikToker right now? I think it's me. I would love it if there was a chart topping equivalent to the music charts where someone actually showed who was winning on what channels and why. So in comedy, maybe you have a top 10. In education, this sort of content, top 10. You should be #1, don't forget if you do this. You could be the #1 platform people go to figure out who they should be watching in their category to learn what's going on. So you could become an education tool. Of course, you could also be a very popular product with things like brands who want to know who should we be partnering with, because you know who the top 10 in each category are. You can even do it by country. Each country could have a different top 10. This idea could be massive. And don't forget, if you do this idea, make us #1 in the business education category every single week. That's all I ask. The next idea I have for you, I think there's a huge opportunity, especially around social media, to do a shopping channel. Did you know people in China right now are making 50-60 million US dollars a year sitting on a chair selling people products? You could do it too. But most importantly, you can build a brand or a business. You can build a channel that sells stuff. Maybe if you love fishing, sell fishing stuff. If you love to cook, sell cooking stuff. I think this could get sponsored. I think you could sell product and make commission. Every single platform, social media wise, is enabling this. Instagram has a shop, TikTok has a shop. It won't be long before YouTube have a shop. I'm guaranteeing you huge income from an idea like this. And all you have to do is sit in a chair, explain why you love something to the camera, and you will make a fortune. And again, if you're shy and don't want to sit in front of the camera, you can do an unboxing style video where you show the product via an unboxing method. You don't even need to show your face. There really is no excuse not to do an idea like this. The next idea I have for you, I'm not even sure I'm allowed to say it anymore without being politically incorrect, but an agony aunt business. And basically, you could also be an agony uncle, you could be an agony teenager, you could be an agony old person. You basically offer the ability for people to tell you their problems and you help them. Now, this could be a one-on-one service where literally you give people the ability to Zoom with you, they tell you what's going on and you try to help them. A problem shared is a problem halved. You don't even need to have the ability to help them, maybe just the ability to listen to them. So I do believe with all my heart, this could also be quite a big business, not just a one-on-one business. There'd be a lot of people that would once again want to sponsor you, support this, and of course, the people that you help would promote you. So I think this business ticks quite a few boxes. It's purposeful and hopefully also does some good, brings some revenue in, and you can sit in your chair to do it. The next idea I've got for you is play games. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? I have been lonely at points in my life. I would have loved it if someone wanted to play Tekken with me. And they didn't want to play with me because they were busy and I was busy. I know I'm going to cry a bit. So I love to play chess. I love to play Tekken. It'd be really cool to have someone that wants to play those games with me. I'd be happy to pay someone. I'm so sick and tired of playing with a machine. Now, we all have the ability to play games with computers, but it can be pretty lonely, right? If I'm playing chess against a computer, it doesn't necessarily feel that energetic. I think there's an opportunity to create a platform, a business, where you play games and at the same time, perhaps help people. Nutritionist. Now, when I first say nutritionist to you, you might think that you need a lot of skills in nutrition to be a nutritionist, and absolutely, that's probably true. However, I think there's an opportunity to help people have a balanced diet and to think about their food. Now, there's been a lot of billion-dollar companies that have grown up in the last few years that deliver food to your home. And I still think that that's a great business to even start today, even if there's already businesses out there that have done it. Some have succeeded, some have failed, but I see an opportunity to create a digital nutritionist. So sometimes I go to a restaurant, for example, and I'm about to eat a meal and I don't have any idea what's actually in it. So you could build a business that actually tells me what's in it. And again, you could do this all from home. But equally, you could be the company that monitors what people are going to eat. So I might show it to you. You might hire a nutritionist to do this if you're not a nutritionist yourself, and say, right, Simon, in that food, you're going to get X amount of carbohydrates, X amount of this, that, and the other, and you should and shouldn't eat it. We should eat half of it or quarter of it, or you should get some vegetables on top. Basically, a home nutritionist, someone I can talk to, a bit like having a doctor. Maybe once a week I check in, and I can even have a food diary, and you can produce these, by the way, and sell them, and ultimately create the ability for me to get help with nutrition. And I do think a lot of nutrition is pretty much common sense or support on the boundaries of what I'm eating. So I think a nutritionist business in general could be huge. Of course, there's a lot of competition out there, but I don't see anyone doing it from a at-home point of view. And I honestly think this could be a huge business. Some of the best ideas in the world that make the most amount of money actually are really boring ideas. This business is the ironing business. Now, I don't like wasting time. I always tell people buy time, don't sell time. And one of the things I hate to do is my own ironing. It's not now that I'm a multimillionaire that I shouldn't do my own ironing. I'm just not good at it. It wastes time and I often end up burning my hand. I'm just not good at it. So I think there's a real gap in the market for an ironing service, not a dry cleaning service, not a big, expensive, elaborate business like that. I'm talking about literally people drop off their ironing to you, you iron it, and they come and pick it up. You don't even need to leave your home. But if you think bigger, and I always tell people you've got to think, why not think big, then I would actually start seeing this as a potential production cycle. You can get machines, by the way, that also iron, but they're expensive. So initially, maybe it is a manual business, but honestly, I believe with all my heart, if you take that pain point away for people and offer an ironing service, you just want a small business at home, this could be a winner. So the next idea I have for you is become a prankster. Basically, you become the go-to person for people to get pranks done on them, for them. I think there's a huge opportunity. Now, of course, you have to be careful with ideas like this, but I think there's a lot of people out there that want to play a joke on their friend, and you could be the company that they call. Again, you can do it from home by, for example, doing phone call pranks or organizing elaborate pranks. And I honestly think that this would not only be a fun business to do, you can make a lot of money if you got it right. Certainly even if you record it on social media, so you do prank phone calls and record it. So you could become the go-to company where people come to you to create pranks. I think it's a big business and a lot of fun. My next idea, and maybe some would say last but not least, is a deal maker. So how could the deal maker business model work? There's loads of different ways to make money out of making deals. Of course, if you get the best deals, you can take a percentage of the money you've saved for other people. But equally, there might be companies that sponsor you. So for example, McCain oven chips. Maybe everyone wants a deal to buy some McCain oven chips right now. You could go direct to the company, get the discount, and every single supermarket has to then oblige. You could be the deal maker. I also think there's an opportunity to do deals around bulk buying. So you could get everybody in your community to all purchase through you, with you, and that allows you to negotiate discount. Imagine how many Mars bars you could buy from Cadbury's. If you can negotiate direct with Cadbury's to buy millions with your community behind you, you'd save everybody at least 10%. My best guess. Now, I'm not saying go out there and promote Mars bars on discount, but I do think generally there's a big gap in the market for deal makers, and you could be that person. Now, if you liked any of these ideas and you'd like some help to make them happen, I'm going to give you a one-on-one Zoom call, as well as potentially invest in you to make one of these ideas happen. All you have to do is drop a comment down below with which idea you like, and then the next 10 steps you take to make it happen.